In early March of this year, a user came to me with information regarding an artist on Twitter. This user had grown a large following from drawing fan art of large creators, amassing over 1,000 followers, many loyal fans, and notoriety. But one massive slip-up brings us here. The information included a few screenshots. Degenerate at best, predatory at worst. This user wanted to speak about the situation themselves. A series of screenshots were sent to me. They were filled with degeneracy. A 21-year-old adult talking to a 15-year-old. Yes, you're my special little gay boy. I'm older than you. A lot. You're my boy. Yay. Aw, thank you. This is so sweet. Aw. No, it's just when you're sleepy you made cute noises. Like what? How do I even explain? I don't know. A little bit, like, why did you delete it? Shush, I said nothing. It's unclear what was deleted in this message. It's hard to say what it could be, but whatever it was likely not good. I love you so much. Ah, I love you so much as well. You look so adorable, and you look super cute when you smile. I keep staring at you. Aw. I wanted a cat for so long, and now I have a cat boy. I'm your husband as well. Guys, my husband is a cat boy. Aw, I love you so much. Thank you. Actually, I'm not sleeping yet. I'm just in bed. Can we call? Sure, but let me find my headphones. Me screaming, sure. Me look dumb. What do you mean? You look good. I think me also. You have a Catboy suit? Oh my god, Catboy model. I'm sleepy right now, so if I don't respond, I probably fell asleep. Wait, you're gonna go to sleep? Aw, yay, we sleep. These messages are weird and should have never gone on between a 15 and 21-year-old. But as you read further, they get a lot worse. I am fucking you so hard in the ass then. I will hear you moan for so long and cry for daddy. I swear if you talk dirty to me, that is unfair. I will not. Reia, I want to say something so naughty I don't think you will answer right now. It's weird that the 15-year-old was able to even get this close to Reia to begin with. She allowed them to speak to her that way and continued to date them. In the few screenshots we have, she doesn't seem to reciprocate the sexual advances. But it makes me question what actually went on there. I decided to reach out to Reia myself and get answers, so I could give the victim a better opinion on the situation. Before I say anything, how old are you? 22 right now. What happened? I'm going to be as upfront as possible. I'm not calling you anything, but there are weird screenshots. Could be out of context of you speaking to a 15-year-old last year. I wanted to send them proof. So, for me, I'm Taiwanese. I joined the English community for only a year. In our culture, we do not really mind the age thing, and I was born and educated in a way like that as well. When I first joined the community, I didn't know it was bad to say anything like that to a minor. The age of consent in Taiwan is 18, so this is just clearly untrue or I'm missing something. And either way, the victim was in America, so I sent this over to the victim and I assumed that they would post it from there. They just wanted my thoughts on it and I agreed that it seemed to be grooming. I didn't press any further as they wanted to be the one to talk about it. This was never brought to light and was never spoken about publicly. As it was so long ago, I had forgotten about it. But when I was on a call with a few friends, their name was brought up. This had reminded me of the situation, so I reached out to the victim and asked if it was ever made public. They told me it wasn't, so I said I'd post about it. They had told me to make sure that no one knew it was them, and I showed them the tweet prior to posting it and they said it was good. Reia had spoken to the victim and they came to an agreement. Reia had released a response. This response lacked any sort of good points. They start off by explaining they were basically forced into the relationship by the 15-year-old. And then explain that they were only in the community for about 3 months. Reia at the time was 21. How could you possibly be forced into a relationship with a 15-year-old by the 15-year-old? Also, how does being in the community only 3 months explain away what happened? Were you born 3 months prior to dating them? Did your morals only develop after being in the Minecraft community? Reia likes to explain that she lives in Taiwan and it's normal there. The age of consent in Taiwan shown here is 18. This explanation is stupid. I thought that maybe it's a thing in English communities, and maybe it's me who's not aware of it. I was confused and asked A, is it really bad to date a minor? And A assured me that no one really cares and it's fine. 2 of my friends are dating right now, and they are 14 and 18. They come off as the situation is justified because the 15-year-old said it was okay and others do it all the time. That is not a justification. They continue on to explain that it's okay where they live, but from the documents that I've been reading, it does not seem to be okay. And yet again, even if it was, the victim was 15 in America. I didn't want to hurt their feelings or act like a dick, so I just accepted it. Yet again, Reia is the adult in the situation and should have shut it down to begin with. During the time we were dating, A tried a lot of times to get me to do something sexual with them. They did tell me that it's weird to do such things before 18, but still kept pressuring me into doing so. But I dodged/brushed it off every single time because I felt wrong about it since they mentioned it before. I know it's wrong to do so. I dodged it by ignoring it or just change topics/spam random English letters letters because I didn't know what to do. They go on to show out of context screenshots of the victim making sexual advances. Well, there's no proof that Reia reciprocated. The fact there's this many instances and the full screenshots aren't shown shows me that there could be more to this. I do not like to make assumptions, but in this situation, the fact that she was 21 dating a 15-year-old, while also knowing the 15-year-old is saying sexual things to her like this, is weird in itself. In the screenshot, she doesn't even seem to shut it down, only responding with a few cat moaning emojis. I made things clear with them, and we finally had to talk about our past messed up relationship, and we both agreed that we were in the wrong. Saying the person you groomed was also in the wrong is actually insane. You were a 21-year-old grown adult and had a relationship with a 15-year-old. That is no one's fault but your own. Reia comes to the conclusion in the end of her document stating that both of them were in the wrong, her victim and her, and wrote out an entire paragraph on how she thinks it went and whose fault it was. The victim says, yeah, that sounds good. Reia went to the victim she groomed, got them to agree that it was their fault too, and made an entire Google Doc about taking accountability just for in the end to blame the 15-year-old who was groomed for her own idiocy. Alright, let me summarize it. We were both in the wrong. Me for apparently the fact that I dated a minor without educating myself with the right common sense and being straight up about rejecting you, and ended up going along with it. And for you, the fact that you told me it's fine to date minors and all the above things that got me into a relationship with you, and trying to do sexual things with me as a minor. Do you have anything else to add to this? This paragraph is incredibly manipulative. She gets the victim to agree that it's their fault for being groomed. It was their fault for forcing her into a relationship with them. Yet again, as a 21-year-old adult, you should be able to make the conscious decision to not date a minor. She constantly uses we and our mistake in her TLDR. She shifts the blame from herself onto the victim and circles back to take accountability. As see-through of a tactic this is, many people still accepted her apology and defended her, so I posted about it, which had ended up making her change her structure of the apology. Also, we are not even sure if she wrote it herself, as another person was found on the document with editing access. Many community members showed their support for the expose of Reia, but there's a few that defended her actions, or stated that it was not grooming. Reia's minor friends are also completely defending them, later backtracking on it and saying, unfortunate, but I kinda just gotta accept it now. This goes to show that Reia has wedged herself in the community. People don't want this to be true, which is fair. But at some point, you need to see the proof and stop defending it. Many users of the community reposted the response and were up in arms about supporting it. Many adults are just nice and talk to me and never tried anything sexual. They were dating, are you dumb? It was just a label, they never did anything sexual. This is the type of cope that I see many of the community members hold. Content creators like this who are still friends or were friends with Reia post about me and the other people shitting on Reia for dating a 15-year-old and how they want us gone. People in the community have so much goodwill for Reia to the point where they're defending a 6-year age gap. While some aren't exactly defending it, they are saying it wasn't grooming and agreeing that the victim was also at fault. For those who support Reia and side with her, I hope they can see this video and realize how horrible her response truly was. Dating a 15-year-old as a 21-year-old will never and should not be normalized. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel and join my Discord server for more future updates on the situation. Thank you for watching.